see that visual inclusion. We need to see, you know, the black family, a visual representation of a healthy black family structure. By a healthy black family structure, now the article doesn't say that's what she's striving for, but I'm just reading in between the lines. So I'm hoping that's what she's striving for, because in the article it also said LGBTQ, and again, nothing against that community, because we all have family, friends, and loved ones in that community. But you know, I'm blackity black 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 over here. What I mean by a healthy black family structure is like, you know, mom and dad together, taking care of their children. If they're not together, healthy co-parenting, like not acting a fool, cussing each other out, and you gotta talk through somebody else to see your child. Mom using the child as a shield. We need to see that visual representation of a strong black family structure. We need to see our elder black men being good role models for young black men, and vice versa for our ladies. You know, we don't want to see, you know, thought training all the time. We don't want to see like busting it open for the grand culture every single day. Again, I'm not holier than thou. It's just I think there's appropriate time and appropriate place for everything. So if you are a cam star and you do that for a living, that's your job. No judgment. If that's what you do for your bread and butter, who am I to judge? But it's like it's a proper time and place for everything. So in that context, it would be like you have the profile set to private, and you gotta, run all your information to get up in there so you know what you're getting into. So it's like you're going looking for it. It shouldn't just be randomly popping up in your feeds and you just don't even have a choice about what you're looking at. Because if we don't, as full-grown adults, have a choice what we're looking at, our children, our young boys sitting up at the computer with their eyes popping out their socket, getting the eye full, get steam coming out their ears, and our young ladies thinking like that's what's up. That's how you get ahead in life. So again, no judgment. Like if that's how you get your money, if that's your bread and butter. Because I know when that camera goes off, you're somebody different. You're somebody's mom, auntie, niece, cousin, and you're handling your business and you're paying your bills. So definitely not trying to like stand on a moral high ground, but again, I think it's just like all about the visual representation. What are we saying with these images? And we have to be, mindful about how we utilize these images and not let them be used against us in a stereotypical type way. Now, I think I'm on my last one. Yes, I am. Okay, the article says Dr. Hadia Nicole Green, HBCU grad, member of Delta Sigma Theta, was the first person to cure cancer with laser technology. And that's really all it says. It was just a one-shot deal. You can Google her name, Dr. HADIYH/Nicole Green. And you should be able to see her whole bio, but that's all the article said. And so that was the purpose of me going live today, was just to share these positive articles and inspire my listeners. That's why I call you guys my narrators. That's the job of a narrator, is to use your digital space to change the narrative. And how do you change the narrative? You post positive content. Like you don't always have to post gossip and slander about black people, because sometimes we're our own worst enemies. Like for the a lot of negative things that happen in our communities because we keep on giving it traction. We keep giving it a voice by sharing memes and joining in like worthless banter and all these online pointless discussions about random stuff, like random moments. We give the random moments life. Like something happens in our community, in our black celebrity community, any black celebrity, the story will last for like anywhere from 3 to 6 months, depending on who the celebrity was. Like, if they're an A-lister, sometimes it can last all year. So, but if we don't give credence to it, because at the end of the day, the media is a supply and demand business. If we quit being so reactive, they'll quit supplying all this negative content. They'll quit circulating these negative black stereotypes. But in the meantime, we can share positive things on our news feeds. We can share like I do in my format, health and wellness tips, things to keep us healthy. You can share that on your timeline, because our physiology is different. Like everybody says, oh, we're all one race for the human race. Yeah, that's true in a sense, but then culturally, we're not the same. Biologically, we're not the same. Things affect my genetic makeup. Me being a black man um, affects, a Caucasian man's genetic makeup. We're different in that sense. So, um, also, again, we need to be promoting and sharing a strong black family structure. So when you see stories of like some like in the headline said, meet this single dad, he takes care of his kids and whatever, share that. If you see like what I came across, like those young brothers, like they running their own bakery. Share that in your timeline. Just share stories about us doing good, us being excellent, black excellence. Share more black excellence in your timelines. People coming together, collaborating, doing projects, giving back to the community. Doing things to empower the community. Some type of job training program, or meet the young men and young women of this and that, etc. organization. That's how we impact the algorithm. That's how we change the narrative, by sharing positive content. So like I'm not so super righteous and holier than thou. Like if something's funny, something's just funny. Like so I'll never shade or knock a comedian for posting something comedic about us. We know what our nuances are. I would never knock that. Like, growing up in a black household, it's just certain stuff we do that's kind of like hilarious. So I would never knock sharing it, but at the same time, balance it out by sharing excellence, people rising to greatness, people, just basically nation building, buying up land, feeding the homeless, doing back to school drives, just anything, any type of social woe that we're having in our community. If somebody's like got the answer for that, and there was an article or a post about that, share it. That's what I mean by being a narrator. And then the conversation will change. And then we'll stop seeing all this F stuff, all this fuck shit in the internet. Excuse my language, but we'll see less and less of that if we, share positive content and keep a united front and just, keep that energy. We ain't going for the nonsense. Well, I didn't want to go super duper preachy. I just wanted to really just share some positive content. Those are the articles I have. That's it. That's why my whole purpose for coming on live today was um, I got some positive stuff coming for myself in the works. I'm working on some stuff. I'll let you know how you can support it when like close to completion. So that's one thing from the whole little smack incident. Just don't talk about what you're going to do on the internet. Like just I've learned to do that. I'm not going to talk about what I'm going to do. I'm going to just show already finished, done results. But something I got now, you can support. I got a poetry blog called Halsey's Poetry Corner, and I post daily poems every day. I was just doing 3 poems one time a week. Now I'm posting every single day, 1 poem every single day. Um, you can go support that at www.mrhalseysblogs.com. And my tagline is Poetry with a Passion, Poetry for All Occasions. Uh, you can support it by visiting that link and commenting on the poems. Another way you can support is just simply following Mr. Halsey's blogs or Halsey's Poetry Corner. Today's featured poem on the Poetry Corner is called Truly. So go check Truly out on Halsey's Poetry Corner. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Or just follow the blog. And definitely support this, the Narrative Podcast. I'm broadcasting to you live right now. But when I share it back to all my other platforms, it'll show up as previously recorded. So, download all Narrative Podcast broadcasts. Hit the download button. Hit the download button. Hit the download button. Hit that download button. Like it. Share it on all your platforms. The Narrative Podcast, hosted by me, Halsey Allen, because there's a lot of other narrative podcasts. So to make sure you got the right one, the one posted by Halsey Allen. All right. So that's my time. Thanks you guys. Thanks everyone for listening. Make sure you tune in this weekend for a full episode of the Narrative Podcast. This has been the Narrative Podcast. Halsey Allen signing off. You guys have a great rest of your week. Thanks.
Set your place on fire. Put a little bit of shit, put a little bit of shit, put a little bit of gasoline. Put a little bit of shit, put a